What is the bottom line for you, for the market? CNBC's Jim Cramer is the host of Mad Money. Jim, good morning. Good to see you. Let's start with the individuals. So the proposal looks to be an increase in the standard deduction. Would that be good for the economy?
Yes, I think it would be. I think people have more money in their pocket. That actually tends to mean that they will spend it more. It's good news. It certainly also would make it so our tax returns are easier to make out.
Well, we all want easy tax returns. Of course, there's the question of paying for it, and already we're seeing some proposals floated, maybe reducing how much you can deduct from your 401k, perhaps getting rid of or curbing the mortgage deduction. How's that going to fly?
Well, the home builders are not going to let that happen. They are a very powerful lobby. I think the 401k would frankly be something that Americans would hate. It's just the best way we save. Why would you take that away?
Well, I guess the idea is because if you're going to reduce taxes, that revenue is going down and you got to make up for it somewhere.
Well, look, later on in life, yes, you would do well. But I think we're all kind of conditioned to thinking this is the great tax break, so let's save some money. I think people would not regard it as a tax break because it wouldn't happen up front.
The biggest piece of business in terms of a tax cut goes to business. So they're proposing right now the corporate tax rate is 35%, slashing it to 15%. Just first things first, do most corporations pay 35%?
No, the average is about 19%. A lot of the retailers do, a lot of the media companies do. There are several industrials that I regard as would be big winners here, but no, it's not.
So the idea is you cut the corporate tax rate. Corporations have more money in their pockets, and they plow it right back into the economy, and they create more jobs. Is that likely to happen?
I think many of them would actually buy back more stock and increase dividends. Now, you could argue that's good for the people who own stock, of which about half of America. There would be some job creation. I think that what would be important is that there be businesses that want to do business here and not overseas. We're not competitive. It's a good idea.
Back to this issue. I mean, what we're talking about is a huge tax cut, and the question is how you pay for it, if at all. If you don't pay for it, in other words, if you don't raise spending or raise taxes somewhere else, you start spending and you're getting into deficit spending. Does that bother you? Are you traditionally Republicans do not like deficit spending?
I have kids. Anybody who has kids or grandchildren, yes, because it's going to fall on them. I do believe if we repatriate these assets from overseas, there's more than $2 trillion. We get a one-time gain that might be able to make it so that the president can get something through. It is vital that we lower our corporate taxes, but no, we don't want to blow a hole in the deficit.
All right, Jim, thank you so much. Of course, you can always see more of Jim on Mad Money weekdays on CNBC.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.